Hi there, my name is Louis Taylor, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making a short video about writing music and preparing it for a copyist. It's pretty simple stuff, but I think some of these tips will help you speed up the process a little bit. So let's jump over to Logic and we'll learn a little bit about what I've done for a specific score that I am actually having copied right now for a recording session coming up, so let's jump into it. So here we are in Logic. Now, in this case, what I'm doing is preparing this session so that my copyist can simply extract the MIDI and tidy it up. So it's a simple process. That's kind of what you want to be doing. You want to be providing them with clarity, but also not a massive cluster of notes that are not quantized and out of order and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing we want to do is bounce each cue so that the copyist can hear what's actually going on there. Now, that shortcut I just used to bring that up is Control B, alright? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call it 2M01. Okay, so this is the second episode, and it is the first cue, alright? Okay, so that's bounced successfully. As you can see here, we've got a little audio file down here, and I'm just going to call it bounces. And I'm going to put all the bounces on that section there. In this particular session, there's very few instruments that I will be deleting, so that he won't be copying up. But the only instruments I'm going to record for the session are the wind quintet and the string quintet. Essentially, they're all solo instruments. Now, in the middle here, we've got this percussion. So first of all, this percussion is absolutely not necessary for the score. However, there are a few instruments like this Celeste here that I would like included in the score as a little cue note or an ossia staff. Now, certain things like the glockenspiel and the marimba here, not really necessary to include because I don't find them that vital to the recording. What we need to do now is go through, and now we've got these audio files at the bottom, we are free to edit. So, I'm going to go through the strings of each piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that they're all nicely quantized. Okay, so this doesn't take that long, really. You just go through each file. You know, a lot of these are already quantized, but I just like to make sure. Now I'm going to go through the melodies, do the same exact thing. You just go through, you press Q. Now, see, this is where it gets tricky. We've got triplets here, so we need to watch out for those. I'm going to quantize all of that. Just select these triplets here. Okay, and I'm going to just select 8 triplets. Whoops, I think that might be 16 triplets. There we go, done. Now, one of the other crucial steps to go through is to go through each MIDI region. And now you can do this all in one file swoop. This is probably the quickest thing you can do. You go through each MIDI region and remove any key switches, because the key switches will basically appear in the score as notes, because they are written as, you know, if I go down here, for example, where is it? Here, there's a little key switch here which is making this do a little trill. Now, this is exactly one of the reasons why you bounce everything, because once I remove all of these key switches, everything's going to sound in whatever the last articulation that it was set to be. That's when you mute everything and you give all your copyists just these bounces to listen to, and then he has all the information he needs in here for the notes. Now, let's just go ahead and do that. So it's very easy because all of these articulations are pretty much always identifiable because they're in the lowest part of the register. So as you can see, here they all are. I'm going to just go ahead and copy them all. There's a few stragglers, but that's all fine. So they're all copied now. Delete. There's a couple here. So that's that. All the key switches are done. I'm going to go through everything and quantize this as well. Like I said, to keep doing that. Can be a lot easier but depending on the scores, some are easier than others. And that's that basically. You just go through it all and make sure it's all tidied up so that they can just cleanly export the MIDI into Sibelius or whatever notation software they're using, and then hey presto, you're done. So here's the other thing. I know my copyist Anthony will be able to pick out all of these. I mean, I've checked with him, but I already assumed he'd be able to do this, but you always check with your copyists. Can they, especially in more complicated textures like an orchestra, can they pick out the articulations by ear? So if I played this to him, he's going to be able to hear, oh, yeah, there's a trill happening there, or there's a pizzicato happening there, or collegno, or something like that happening in the bass, He's going to be able to hear all of that and put it into the score. And A lot of people who can transcribe are going to be able to do that too. But some people won't be able to do that, especially when they're looking into more detailed orchestration layouts. So what a lot of people do is they make a track on Logic or Cubase, whatever your DAW is. They make a track per articulation for each instrument. So I might have a section called violins, a little folder, and within that folder it's got legato, spiccato, trills, pizzicato, collegno, blah blah blah, for every single instrument. It's a very useful way of doing things. It's actually quite useful for composition as well. You don't have to worry about key switches. You just go, right, move on to the next one, trill, go back to that track, blah blah blah. But another thing you could do is simply label each region on Logic which articulation is which. So I know, for example, that these here are all harmonics, okay? And these ones are harmonics too, but they're supposed to be short notes, so he might want to put a little staccato over them. So what I could do is just rename this region, violin 1, short harmonics, okay? Because that might not be so clear in the audio file. So that's that. Anyway, I hope you learned something from this. Thanks so much for watching my video, and please do hit like, subscribe, and feel free to share this video. Ring that notification bell if you would like to stay tuned into my content. Yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.